Do a little refresh check in my triple whale so you know this is legit. This is yesterday. I guess I'm not sure when this will be released, but March 24th. Sorry, it's a little laggy. I'll show you inside my Shopify store too. So you can see almost 20 or almost 30 grand. 5.3% conversion rate. A little refresh check. All right, there you go. Hopefully you believe me now that I'm still actually doing all this stuff. Yeah. So in today's video, guys, what I'm going to talk about is how you can actually scale and make millions and beat all the dropshipping competition, even if you're in a saturated product or even if you have a product that's not necessarily viral. I've been running this same product for 15 months. I have a ton of competition, new competition popping up every day. And I pretty much always beat them because of what I'm going to talk about in this video. All right, so first I want to talk about the most important aspects of dropshipping, right? So when you watch dropshipping videos, most people say the product is everything. The product is key. The product this, the product that. And while that is partially true, I want you to think of a few examples. Think of Billy Mays. I'm not sure how old some of you guys are watching this, but Billy Mays was an infomercial guy selling OxyClean. Just, a cleaning product. Maybe it's a good cleaning product, whatever. But the reason that product worked so well wasn't because of the product. It was because of the branding and the creatives, right? The TV commercials, everyone knows that. Or nowadays, they only really advertise on Fox News, but the My Pillow guys, I've tried those pillows. They're absolute dog shit. But because of the branding and the creatives, they absolutely crush it. And I've listened to a podcast and they split test TV ads, like hundreds of them. So yeah, they're constantly testing creatives, and that's how they beat their competition. Another example is just look at any infomercial, right? It's some pan, some nonstick pan, right? It doesn't really have a wow factor. Sure, maybe it's a cool product, but the only reason that they sell so many is because of the creative and the offer. So that brings me to what I think are the two most important aspects of dropshipping. So the creative and offer, right? So I'm going to hop into my Facebook ad account and kind of show you exactly why I think this. And this is, after spending millions of dollars on my own ads, networking with a lot of other big dropshippers. All right, guys. First, so I want to show you right here, March 23rd. This is Saturday. As you can see, these are my results. This is my biggest budget Advantage Plus shopping campaign right now. We spent about $9,200 on Saturday. As you can see, my CPA was, $31.60, which is profitable but not great. This one was a bit better. This is good. But what I want you to look at is right here. I was testing a new creative, and as you can see, it was getting $15 cost per purchase, right, which is half of this. And as you can see, the hook rate. So this is of everyone who your ad is shown to, this is the percentage of people that stopped and watched at least 3 seconds. So 3/4 of every single person who this ad was shown to watched at least the first 3 seconds, which is crazy good. This is actually the same ad, just a different offer. As you can see, very similar cost per purchase. And if you look at my other hook and hold rates, these I consider pretty good, 38%. That's normally pretty good, but this is obviously a banger. And that's because I'm constantly testing new creatives. So what I did is, as you can see on Sunday, just the next day, I took this winning creative and I put it in my highest budget one. Now I did spend a bit more, but on that day, I'll show you my total revenue. So I spent about $900 more on the ad account. But if you look at my sales for March 24th, and then if you look at my sales for March 23rd, 22,000 to 29,000. So just finding a new creative and moving into my winning Advantage Plus shopping campaign, I got an extra $7,000 in sales. And that's all because of creative testing. So that's why I think creative is the biggest needle mover, especially with drop shipping. Because when you're drop shipping, you don't have a massive, name brand like Athletic Greens or something where people are they see your brand and they know what you are. No, you have to capture their attention. And even if you have a sick product, like you still need a creative to show that product, right? Even if it's an image ad, like you still need a good image ad to to really show the product, whether it's a, an ad showing all the USPs or a compare ad, etc. You still need a really good creative to show that product. So it's not just the product. Yeah, sure, in some situations the product does a lot of the selling itself, but you still need a good creative to show that product to people so people actually see your product, right? Maybe you have the coolest product in the world, but if you don't have a creative where people see that product, then it doesn't matter. And that moves me to my next part, which is the offer, right? So if you have a really good creative, let's say you have a really shitty offer, right? So you're selling some gloves, but it's like $150 and you don't really have, no one knows what your brand is, like unless your gloves are made of like titanium or something, which I don't know how comfortable that would be, but it's just not a very compelling offer. Whereas if you have a really sick creative for, it doesn't even have to be a good product. Remember I shouldn't say it has to be a good product, but it doesn't have to be a viral, trendy product necessarily. If you have a really good creative, think of like the infomercials and a really good offer. Again, think of infomercials. It's buy one pen. Wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. That's the offer, right? They have an irresistible offer on top of a creative, and then it's the product, right? So people are like, they see the creative, it's compelling. They see the product, they're not really sold yet. They're like, oh, it's a pan, whatever. But the creative does a good job selling the product, and then the offer tips that over the edge, right? So what I want to tell you guys is when you're drop shipping and you find a product that people are selling, people are doing well, then that means you can beat them if you just come at it with a better creative and a better offer. Even sometimes if you have the same offer, but you have a better creative, it can work. Or you have the same creative but a better offer, that can also work, right? These are the needle movers. This is kind of like the fixed thing, right? Like you need a product that, it's going to be hard to sell, Kleenex or something with Facebook ads unless you have an insane creative and an insane offer, right? Like it's some biodegradable, gluten-free Kleenex that's, reusable or some shit. And you can sell that with the creative, and you have a crazy offer. It's like buy one box, get 5 free, something like that, right? And that goes to the next part. People always talk about websites and stuff. I've done a ton of CRO split tests on my own store, and I found that simple, honestly, is the best, simple and fast. And also the biggest CRO mover for me has been creative, right? So I've said this in a few videos, I've been running the same product for 15 months, and I have a shit ton of competition in this field, and I still beat most of them because I focus so much time on my creative. Same offer, same product, virtually same website. I've made some changes here and there just to make it a little bit more cleaner. But when you're starting, this is what you want to focus on: creative, offer, product. The website, all you need to do, especially when starting, is you just want to, so people have already seen your creative, right? The creative gets them excited and they're ready to buy. And if you have some crazy good offer, then it's like, they're like, oh my God, I got to buy today. So if you just reassure the buyer with like a trustworthy website that looks, semi-professional, doesn't look super scammy, not like those Chinese dropshipping websites. But again, even those sell. You're like, how is this product making money? You want to know how it's making, or how's that website making money? It's because they have a product that's, people want. They have a really good creative and their offer is insane. So that's why. That's how they can sell something on such a shitty, god-awful website, is because they have those. And that's what I want to tell you. People talk about making, a sexy one-product store. And while that's good and all, really, you just need a few fundamental things. You need some social proof, whether that's reviews, some gifts, etc. Just something showing like normal people using the product in whatever way it's meant to be used. And really just enough information, just enough benefits to where when after they see the creative, they see the offer, they get to the landing page, they're like, okay, yeah, I'm sold. This is easy. You don't need to build a massive sales funnel, especially in the beginning. It can definitely work. It'll help you differentiate in the future, but this stuff alone can get you to multi-seven figures. And I'm speaking from experience. So yeah, fast website. When people land on your website and it's quick, it comes off as a lot more trustworthy. If everything's slow, and a lot of times people just bounce off Facebook too. If you have a really slow website, they'll click the ad and it takes a long time to load and they're like, screw it, So if you have a fast website, a lot of those clicks will actually become landing page views, which the more landing page views you have, the more conversions you'll get. So this is honestly like arguably one of the most important parts. The faster your website, the better. Good, clean product images. If you think about it, when you land on the website, what's the first thing you see? It's the product images. So if you have some good, clean images, maybe some like Amazon style, depending on your product, USP images, don't use a lot of those like scammy looking AliExpress images. You can take kind of the ideas that they have, but make it a lot cleaner. Just use like Canva. And also be honest about your delivery times and refund policy. I like to have those below the add to cart, like shipping times, refund policy, and just be honest, 30 days refund policy, delivery in 5 to 10 days. Or, what I like to do is like, if you're using like Unexpress or something, like 4 to 8 business days, it sounds a lot better. But obviously a business day doesn't count the weekends. So it's still, pretty honest. And Unexpress, you can get orders in like 5-6 days. So really the whole point of your website, especially in the beginning, is just to reassure the buyer, be quick, and it doesn't necessarily need to be doing a lot of selling. And this is just in my experience, doing 8 figures in dropshipping. So again, I want to reiterate: creative, offer, product. Now the real winner, this is how you're going to make multi 7 figures. Banger creatives, because most likely you're not going to take one video or image even to multi 7 figures. You can, it's definitely possible, but you always want to be testing. You have some irresistible offer to differentiate yourself from competition and make it just such an easy buy. And the more people that go to your website and have a good experience and buy, Facebook will reward you with better, or TikTok or whatever. If they see your CPA is low, your on-site time is good, they're going to reward you with better traffic. They're going to move you up higher on the feed. So people haven't been scrolling for 20 minutes and then see you. They're going to scroll for, a couple scrolls and then they'll see your ad, which is a lot better traffic. And then a really great product that either is, viral and trendy, or it really solves a problem. Again, I like to do solves a problem, just because it's a lot more sustainable. If you can marry something that's viral and solves a problem, that's like, yeah, you're going to have an absolute banger. So just one last thing here. I want you to the reason why I'm making this video is just to simplify things in your mind, right? Like when you think about dropship, everyone's like, oh, you overcomplicate it in your mind. You're like, oh, I need a really good product. I need creatives. I need a insane landing page. I spend a week on my landing page, blah, blah, blah. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? At the end of the day, dropshipping is 95% marketing. So having said that, this is how you're going to be any dropshipper. Have better creatives. Spend a majority of your time, especially in the beginning, on creatives. So whether you're doing a product test or you're scaling your products, spend more time on the creatives. Because you can if someone else is making some product work right now, you can generally make it work too. Now, there's obviously some products like, some teeth whitening stuff, some laser hair removal that's going to be a bit harder, a lot harder. You're going to need deeper pockets. But your average dropshipping product, it's creative, right? You need people to stop, watch your video, and sell them in that video. And your biggest investment as you scaling should be on new creatives. Test different hooks, angles. Look at the hook and hold rate. Like I showed you in my ad account, my hook rate on my new winning ad is 75%. My hold rate is about 45%, which I guess I didn't explain. Hold rate is essentially of those people that hooked, what percentage of those people watched the entire video. And that video is over a minute long. So 40-something% of the people that were hooked watched the entire minute long video, which obviously if people spend that much time watching a video, and if it's a really good ad that seems, authentic and seems real, people are going to be a lot more likely to buy from you. So this is number one. And then number two, kind of what I talked about earlier, have a better offer, right? Alex Harmozy, $1 million offers, have a better offer. Buy one, get one free. Some sort of bundle, right? If you're selling a kitchen product, can you add a couple other kitchen products to that, so that the value, and you can add really cheap products, but the customer doesn't know that, and it makes the value seem significantly higher. Buy one, get one 50% off. Can you do like buy one, get two free, something like that, something crazy, as long as your margins are still there. The better offer and the better creative, more sales you're going to get, period. And then obviously some back end stuff, email, SMS flows, better shipping, higher product quality. Stuff like this will help you a little bit more long term. But when you're starting, spend a majority of your time on having better creatives and having a better offer. And again, back to the landing page stuff, keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Have it be quick, have some social proof, have a GIF or two, have good images. Basically, be honest about delivery times, refund policy, because a lot of people don't like to buy from websites where they're like, okay, how long is this going to take? But if you're honest about it, a lot of times people don't really care. All right, guys, hopefully this video makes sense. Again, this is how I'm currently scaling a quote unquote saturated product and still doing 20, 30K days with a 5% conversion rate. I haven't changed the product. I haven't changed the offer, haven't changed the landing page. Just creative, right? And my conversion rate, let's go look at Monday. Monday was really bad. Look, I did 13K and my conversion rate was 3.4. I got a new creative that was showing a lot of promise, and all of a sudden my conversion rate's 5.3. Changed nothing else besides creative. So hopefully that's what you guys got from this video. I'll do a little plug too. If you guys want to join my Discord, the link will be in the bio. I do live calls in the paid section. I'll probably do some live calls in the free section as well. Just need to get some more people in there, so it makes sense. But yeah, feel free to join it. I'm doing a few mentorships. Preferably, right now I'm only gonna work with people who are doing some numbers and want to scale from, maybe you're doing 30K a month, you want to get to 100, 200K a month, or you're doing 100K a month and you want to get up to 250, 500. That's who I want to work with right now. If you're a beginner, join the Discord. I'm in there answering questions all the time, and I'll be doing live calls as well. So yeah, hopefully this video brought you guys a little bit of value. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments as well. I'll link my Instagram too. You guys can send me some DMs. I'll try to answer them. But yeah, the Discord will be the best place to get a hold of me and ask questions and get some live Q&As. All right, thanks for watching, guys.